So if a current of 0.5 ampere flows through a metallic wire for 2 hours, how many electrons would flow through the wire? Okay. So this is very important for us. The practical application is, for example, let's see the mobile charger. Yes, we can see the power, everything in right? How it is calculated based on number of electrons of the, what is flow of electrons? The current pass through it. So it's a very important application in many electronic devices which we see around us. Okay. So a basic formula, which already I have uh, told you. Okay, I'll draw a triangle for that. Then maybe you will remember it. Q, I, and T. Q is equal to IT. I is equal to Q by T. Correct? What is current is equal to rate of flow of charge with respect to time. So if you remember the triangle, it's very easy for us to what analyze. But here everything is given. Current is what 0.5, time is what 2 hours. 2 hours in the sense 2 into what 16 to 60, 3600. Correct? Yes. So what is the answer of this? This 3600 itself. Because 2 and 0.5 will get cancelled. 0.5 is what? 1 by 2. That's it. So that will get cancelled. So answer is 3600 coulomb. Charge should be in coulombs. Yes. Correct. Now the question here is how many electrons would flow through the wire? Correct. So the number of electrons flowing through the wire. Correct. Flowing through the wire. Correct. By passing a charge of 1 Faraday. So we already discussed about Faraday. 96,500 coulombs. That is 1 Faraday is equal to. Correct. 1 Faraday is 96,500. So charge of what? 3,600 coulombs we have to find. So number of electrons flowing through the wire by passing charge of 1 Faraday is equal to what? This is equal to my Avogadro number, 6.022 into 10 power 23. So now in this question, it is what? Number of electrons passing through a charge of 3,600 coulombs. Passing through the charge of 3,600 coulombs. So this is equal to what? Avogadro number multiplied by what? The 3,600 coulombs to 96,500. Yes, so I'll get the corresponding answer. So the final answer for this is 2.246 into 10 power 22 electrons. This is 10 power 22 electrons. Okay, guys, 10 power not 2, this is 22. So this is my final answer. So guys, the basic thing is for any question, if you're attempting, okay, any question. So here it is what, if a current of 0.5 amperes flows through a metallic wire for 2 hours, then how many electrons would flow through the wire? First thing is charge, correct? We have been taught about what Faraday. 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulomb. We taught about that also. Charge is equal to what? Q is equal to IT, or I is equal to what? Q by T. Rate of flow of charge with respect to time. Time is also given in the question 2 hours. 1 hour is what? 60 minutes. So 1 minute is what? 60 seconds. So that's the reason I multiplied here with what? 3,600. 2 into 3,600. So 3,600 coulombs. Fine. Then number of electrons flowing through the wire by passing charge of 1 Faraday is what? Avogadro number. So now they're telling passing through a charge of 3,600 coulomb is what? Avogadro number into 3,600 by 96,500. We'll get the answer. Is it clear to everyone? Or any doubt? Let me know. I hope it's clear. Yeah, this question. In the electrolysis of acidulated water, it is decided to obtain hydrogen at the rate of 1 cc per second at NTP condition. What should be the current passed? So I'm getting a chat. Yeah, thank you. Acidulated water, it decided to obtain hydrogen. So this is basically what? First thing is what should be the current passed? So any examination, whatever it may be, the first thing for us to is to draw what a triangle. Current passed. So draw a triangle here. Same thing we just discussed. Nothing different. Q, I, and T. Q is equal to IT. Correct? So this is our basic formula. But here it is current. So I is equal to Q by T. This is something we have to find out in this question. But coming to this, let's take the reaction of hydrogen. It is decided to obtain what hydrogen at the rate of 1 cc per second. So hydrogen, how do I get it? It is nothing but 2H plus plus 2E minus will give us what? Hydrogen ion. Correct? The hydrogen ions, when I add with electron, I'll get the hydrogen ions. Hydrogen atom, not the ions, hydrogen atom. Correct? Now, what is the meaning of this? 1 cc per second. So we know that at NTP, what is it basically? It is 22,400 cc. If you don't know what is this cubic centimeter thing, we all know this 22.4 liter, right? Last year also we have studied in volume, concentration, and moles. Correct? Yes. So this is nothing but 22,400 cc. Now, if I want to take the 2H plus, because I want to have what hydrogen, so it requires what 2 Faraday, 2F. So 2F in the sense for this much amount of 22,400 cubic volume of hydrogen are correct at NTP requires what 2 Faraday. What is this 2 Faraday meaning? 2 into 96,500 coulomb. But the question here is what is 1 cc? Question here is what 1 cc. So 1 cc, how much it will require? That is a question. 1 cc of hydrogen at NTP. Very easy question to do. What is it? 2 into what? 96,500 by 22,400. Yes, correct. And what is the mole? 1 mole. So either I can multiply with the Avogadro number or with the mole. Anything is fine. So I'm just multiplying with the mole. So I'll be getting what if I cancel everything, and if I do the math, I'll be getting 8.616 coulomb. Now coming to our question, what is the question? Q is equal to IT. Correct? Or I is equal to Q by T. So if I put I is equal to Q by T, what is my Q value here? Coulomb, 8.616. Correct? And it is per second. Per second in the sense 1 second. So what is the answer? I is equal to 8.616 amps. Current unit is ampere. Voltage is volt. You can put capital A. So here we have to know the reaction, how to get this hydrogen. Then, and also this is also one more requirement for this question. So the molar conductivity of 0.025 mole per liter methanoic acid. Okay, methanoic acid in the sense HCOOH. Calculate the degree of dissociation and dissociation constant. Correct? Yes. Now let's see how do we calculate first. What to calculate? The first one is very easy. A degree of dissociation. In the sense, methanoic acid, if I am splitting it out, from splitting the methanoic acid, that is HCOOH, I'll get what? H plus ions and HCOO minus ions. That is nothing but my methanoic acid basically. Okay, so coming to this, the degree, in the sense we have to add the two compounds. We have to add this as well as we have to add this. Okay, fine, correct. The degree of dissociation. So degree of dissociation is basically what? My alpha respectively. Correct? Yes. So for this, I have to what? I have to add the two things. So the limiting molar conductivity at infinite solution, this is HCOOH, is equal to what? The same thing, of H plus and what is the other one? HCOO minus. So if I want to add these two things, what will I get? 349.6 plus 54.6. So I should add the two things. I'll be getting 404.2. Correct? Yes. Now the question here is to find the degree of dissociation, that is alpha to find. So alpha is equal to what actually? Correct? It is nothing but the molar conductivity at a particular concentration to the molar conductivity at what? Infinite dilution. So at a particular concentration, what is the answer for this? We are getting what is given here for the particular concentration. It is given in the question is what? 46.1. But at infinite dilution, what we found out? 404. So 46.15 by 404. This will give my dissociation constant 0.1140. That's it. This is my alpha value. Alpha value is 0.1140. I think everyone can take a screenshot of this. I hope my voice is clear to everyone. Correct? But once this is done, then only the real game actually starts. Okay, the real game actually starts only it is done. So I hope everyone has finished this screenshot taking. Now let me go to the real one. Now we have to find the calculation. Second part is what? That is very important. Calculation of dissociation constant, that is Kc. Dissociation constant. So this is something not only in your board as well as for the entrance exam, this is something which we can expect. So at equilibrium, everything is what I'm telling at equilibrium. No need to worry if you don't know this. This is the same equation which I wrote it down. Correct? Yes. And what is my concentration actually? Basically, what is this concentration? Suppose if anyone has forgot about what is this concentration, draw the table. Concentration is basically what? Mole per liter. Mole per liter. Suppose if you don't know concentration, draw this table. Correct? Write down number of moles on the top. Correct? Concentration is here. Liter in the sense volume. So this is basically the concentration which we already studied in our class 11th mole concept. Correct? Yeah. Yes, this is the same thing. But coming to our thing now, HCOH and HCO minus. So basically this is of what? If it is at 1 atmospheric pressure, if it is at what? 1 atmospheric pressure, here it will be what? C into 1 minus alpha. C is nothing but the concentration of what? Methanoic acid. Here it will be what? C alpha and C alpha. The same thing. Correct? Yes. But for me, what I have to find out? I have to find out the dissociation constant. Dissociation constant is nothing but what? C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Correct? But alpha already I got. What is the value? 0.114. Alpha already I got 0.114. And what about this C value? This C value is nothing but what? 0.025. 0.025 here. So 0.025 into alpha square. So 0.114 whole square by what? 1 minus alpha. 1 minus 0.1140. Okay. So this is nothing but, if I am doing the calculation of the C alpha square by 1 minus alpha, I'll be getting what? My dissociation constant. Okay, so I'll be getting in mole per liter. Or you can just directly put 3.67 into 10 power minus 4 as the answer for this. Mole per liter, because it is in concentration type. Is it clear? Why I am putting here 1 minus alpha? Because we are calculating at the atmospheric pressure, 1 atmospheric pressure, 1 atm. On the right hand side will be concentration at what? Concentration of dissociation constant alpha. So if you don't know what is alpha, alpha is about degree of dissociation. We have to find, so degree of dissociation in the sense how much it will dissociate, what extent it will dissociate. So the concentration is C. So it will be C into 1 minus alpha. Suppose if you want to know how we are getting this, suppose without by hearting, how do we get this? It's very easy again for me. So this directly I wrote, if you wanted to know, it is nothing but C alpha into C alpha. The product by reactance is there, right? Yes, already we have studied the product by reactance. What is the product by reactance here? Product is HCO minus H plus, and what is the reactant here? On the left hand side, HCOH. Correct? What is this thing? C into 1 minus alpha, that should come in denominator. C alpha and C alpha. So that thing only I'm writing here. C alpha into C alpha by C into 1 minus alpha. So that I am cancelling it down here. 1 C and 1 C will get cancelled. Correct? So C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. So those who haven't understood how I got it directly, for them only I'm just showing this thing. Okay. So basically it is products by reactants only. I'm not doing any major thing here. And C stands for concentration. C stands for concentration. And concentration is given in our question. .025. If you do the mathematical calculation, you'll get the answer. I hope now everyone is clear about it.